Joining us now from the courthouse in Orlando is former prosecutor Beth Karas, a correspondent for True TV's In Session. Beth, good to see you this morning.
Good morning.
Dramatic day of testimony yesterday as jurors heard those tapes for hours yesterday. Can you describe what you feel the impact of those tapes was on the jury yesterday?
You know, I was in the courtroom watching. The jurors looked at monitors in front of them in the jury box. They stared at those monitors, transfixed, not even taking notes, and barely looking up at Casey Anthony, who was seated directly across the courtroom from them, in front of them. Lie after lie, Chris, was told by this woman who the defense says knew at the time that her baby was dead. Yet she kept telling her parents and her brother that her main concern was finding her daughter. She gave her mother a message to give to the media, because her mother was speaking to the media at the time. People were out searching for this little girl, that all she wanted back was her baby. Please tell Zanny to give her back. And all along, she knew she was dead, either at her own hands or an accidental drowning. It was very intense in the courtroom, and I don't know how to describe it, but jurors just didn't move as they looked at these series of lie after lie after lie. She gave no clue whatsoever to where her baby could be.
Well, then how big an obstacle is this for the defense? I mean, even they admitted that their client is a liar and has lied to investigators. And from what we're seeing by all accounts, whether it's the babysitter or where she worked, I mean, the woman doesn't tell the truth. How do you get by that if you're trying to defend this woman?
Exactly. They're admitting all of this, and now I don't see any way that they can really prove this defense of sexual abuse without putting her on the stand. But that's a danger too, because prosecutors will say, this woman has led a life of deceit and lies to people, and she's doing it to you too. There's zero evidence of sexual abuse except for what we think will come from the mouth of Casey Anthony. It's a huge hurdle for the defense, but in a death penalty case, you're going to do whatever you can to save the life of your client.
Do you honestly believe, with your experience, that they will put her on the stand?
I really don't see, Chris, how they can avoid it, because any evidence of sexual abuse is considered self-serving, meaning it cannot come in unless she says it first. She needs to be cross-examined on it first before anyone else can talk about it. George Anthony denied it, and there apparently isn't anyone else who really knew about it.
All right, Beth, thanks again for your input. We'll check back in with you, but good to see you this morning.
My pleasure.
Beth Karas for us in Orlando.